Right. That's my cue. No, there's so much in here that so much in here. Time in a war is brief. Civilian lives seem like an eternity. All right, time to go through here and watch the same thing that I watched the last time I was here. Came because I got the 360 camera and I had a couple of questions. And yeah, they got rid of the little corner. There was a little corner, like I said, it was way in the back, kind of next to the restrooms. You would go into, and they had pictures of the Soviet Union stuff. I was like, that's kind of out of place. I was like, but that is history. Just the Russians didn't want to donate any kind planes. Alright, let's go up the stairs. It's too dark over here. Is it okay to go up?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I didn't even notice the lunar module sitting over here. That's neat. Yeah, anyway, you can go in there and look at the little thing, and they got all the little hatches and whatnot. Already took a picture of it before. Not with a 360 camera.
No, just looking for my friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Brandon. I guess there's an observation deck where you can see all the. Yeah, I never noticed. No, I did not expect this many people. But you know what it is every single chance they get to open this bad boy up, you're going to see quite a few people. Then on top of that, the last time I came up here, it was winter. Was it winter? I didn't know that. I think I got a lot of stuff here. I'm just trying to run through here real quick, and there is a lot of stuff. Yeah. Temple, Texas. Yeah, 35 is, you know, they're proud of this thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Wasted a lot of money, but I almost got some people killed. What do you think about the F-35? I guess they're gonna have to take the pilot out of the equation. And I guess then, you know, it'll be the first unmanned fighter. That'd be pretty neat. Bombardier. That's the other thing. Is it's like it's all American stuff in here. Then you got a hangar over there that says Bombardier. So these are the assholes that make all the noise at night. Okay. Why do they have a staircase? I guess that's the best seat in the house when it comes to seeing something take off. I would think it would be this one right here. Oh, it's a paper airplane. Of course there is. That seems fitting. Staff only past this point. Okay. Now I can just walk, and if you're into whatever you got here, you can pan, tilt, zoom. That's the beauty of having a 360 camera. As I'm looking forward, it's looking everywhere. The all-seeing eye. Keep digging in there. Okay. Time to brush up on my social skills. I can't be feral forever. Wait a minute, Brandon even had a Concorde? Huh. Leave it.
They're done. They're waiting.
They wanted to put Jerry Ford, a reluctant president, formally wanted him through September. And so
Yes, she did just leave like in the last.
Jessica was the PM.
Yes.
And I was the PM for the actor.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Well, welcome to Dallas, and we both can learn together. It's exciting. It's very exciting. Yeah, no, we thank you and thank him and thanks Sunday and Vincent. It's a great team. We're super appreciative.
Okay, we came to you. Here we go. Did you get more? Not yet. She wanted to wait for y'all. Okay.
I mean, you have to separate it. You got them all in the
I can see it. I can see that for sure. I can see that for sure. They're separated. Even lower the heights of the columns.
Well, I mean, it's clearly the airport plan.
I mean, that's part
This
of
is looking at
Blase.
how we can.
I just can see
The airport building is so much bigger. It's only 20 gates.
That is true.
It's not going to be like
Most
10,000
of the
highways.
problems here are not caused by the
It's local traffic trying to get past.
There is growing really crazy.
Like the airport's not. It's really like it's pretty much capped out. Unless they somehow invent teleportation and you have to go to the airport to go do it. Like they can't really make more people go through the airport.
Yeah, I mean, they can complete it smarter with utilization, increase the turnover, and that's what you see. You know, like there's a marginal growth between now and 2040.
But very slow. Like, it's like DFW is getting a whole other terminal. Like that's not happening. Like not anytime soon.
At least not under this master.
Yes, not as part of this study. Yeah. Thank you.
How you work?
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, how again?
How are you?
Pretty good. So they picked the 4 plans that either use the most concrete, the most complicated, or probably the most expensive.
Well,
Except for that one.
this is just the entrance, right? So we're trying to solve the problem of the entrance.
Yeah.
Mockingbird and Silver Spring.
Could you explain all this to me, please?
Creating a lot of congestion today, and then we could just a lot more in the future. So all these concepts look into how we can separate the movements and how we can create more capacity so that both Mockingbird and the airport all work better.
I hope they don't pick that one, but I think they're going to pick that one.
Okay, so what is your problem with this one? What
So
you
they
don't like
irritate,
it?
like I said, it uses a lot of concrete. They make this for speeding for cars.
Well, no, all the green is not concrete, right? All the green is green.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, diamond interchange is pretty dangerous for pedestrians who try to walk by because it's made to have cars speed up as fast as possible.
That's true, and that's
It requires
so
more
this
infrastructure to separate them.
Yeah, so this is the diamond, the traditional diamond, and this is diamond. So this allows for a little bit better because you're having all your left turn on the reverse side.
For cars, right.
You can have, but you can have here, your bicycle crossing as well. Obviously, it's not the same as having, here's a roundabout.
And
That would be
I
different.
was hoping for that one, but it says no. Forget. Don't. It said we just put this up there for gags and giggles.
It doesn't provide enough capacity, unfortunately. I had that idea. It would have been great, but
For real.
it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Well,
So, but
Everybody
yeah,
confused.
this is the one that has been selected. This is it.
it makes perfect sense for a broke city. It's cheap. It's easy. It doesn't really solve the problem,
It's
but it
not
looks
cheap.
like it does.
It's not cheap. It's comparable. These two are comparable when it comes to cost.
So I mean, in other words, you can clear around the problem instead of dealing with the problem. And I think that's kind of funny. That's why I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, yeah, but basically all this area can continue to be as they are.
Yeah.
There's no impact in here. We're just, it's a little bit of impact because all this is elevated. All this is on a structure.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be piers, and that affects a little bit the land underneath, but not the whole thing.
Okay. You just said pier, so that means the ground survey. That means they got to compact. This is going to take a long time.
Well, this is probably going to take between 18 months to 2 years to build.
That's what they hope.
Well, true. But
Oh Lord.
in any case,
Dallas, you never see some amazement.
you've got to provide some sort of solution to this. Otherwise, you're going to have queues of vehicles going, all the way blocks.
Yeah, no, all this was done to satisfy cars, and that's why this is the way it is. So I get it. Transit is not something we talk about. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I went to the DART meeting, and they're talking about cutting transit here in Dallas. Cutting routes, raising rates, and then getting and eliminating frequency. Not the way to go.
And we got to be realistic. How many people will take cars to come to the airport? Not many. Right?
Well, not many because right now, but what I'm saying, if you build it, they will come kind of mentality.
Well, I mean, I've seen this in other places, and let's take DCA in Washington D.C. Has the metro right there. We just built a new metro connection to the other airport, the Dallas, in Washington D.C. Nobody goes to the airport in the metro, and it takes you right there.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard. Here in America, people don't use it.
The car mentality. Yeah. Whereas in like a place like France,
that's all you have, right?
Yeah.
You're on
people
old
like it.
cars, so you basically dependent on public transportation.
Yeah. And I wonder in DC what the frequency is on that. Like I said, there's probably more nuance there.
Yeah, and there's subsidies, obviously.
Yeah, but like if they're running routes like every 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, yeah, nobody's gonna ride it. But you're running it every 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get a lot more
So
people
you need a
using it.
lot more quality of service before you can capture.
Right. So they just threw that
demand.
thing in there,
The
and
problem is who pays for that in the meantime, right?
well, that's
You have
all.
all infrastructure, you have to invest,
Yeah.
and then until you get the people.
And that's the problem with, I mean, people say that transit is a money loser, but the problem is it's a direct money loser, but it's the indirect things that it helps out, and that's where it makes the money. So,
I know I didn't agree with that.
no, I get it. I just grabbed one of them. I'm just laughing because like I said, that's eight. So they picked 8. Okay, that sounds
You can
fine.
see it over there in the monitor. It's a little bit clear because you have the whole picture. Right? So
This is two-dimensional. I need 3. I need to see what this looks like all the way. Yeah,
and you see that there.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, these are very limited in
flat. Yeah. It looks like they're just going to put a big concrete loop, like a jogging track or a horse track. They got to call it that, the horse track.
That's the right.
It looks like some ponies. They might be just, you can do NASCAR on that thing, but yeah.
We're gonna have to do some speed control. The people with
I doubt.
racing.
I doubt. Yeah, no. People love their lead foots in this city, so. All right, nice talking to
If
you.
you ask me, I was promoting this one. I think this one was actually better.
The interchange, yeah, I mean, it's great for cars. It's just not great for everybody else. I like roundabouts because it forces people to slow down, and on top of that, it's good for pedestrian. It's good for transit. But I was surprised they didn't pick that one because, like I said, it seems like and then what it tells me is how much money Dallas has.
The problem with this is capacity. Because we have so much traffic going this way,
Right.
they start.
The problem is cars. Yeah.
Mother was showing
Yeah.
tremendous queues.
And they're not ready yet to give up on the car. I get it. So. All right.
All right, I'm good. Pete, how are you? Yeah.
So we're at a flyover.
You have chosen Morley.
But as you can see, the property, this is property owned by the owner. So, exactly. So there will be that process.
It was a no-brainer to come to the team.
It might be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast. That's an
I guess this is about parking again. What's that over here?
We're like, why not 75?
All right, they made their decisions.
I started the RCH office.
You know Brian.
I did know Brian. Yeah, I actually interviewed with Brian.
Actually, I want to be standing
He was at LSU.
on a flight down.
I did Dubai. Definitely do that. That's a great thing. But did you work on this? You've done that too? Yeah.
I mean, I think our program is so.
What they do is really amazing.
We're on course.
All the flowers and stuff. Yep, I think it's a.
You need light?
Oh, I'm good, man.
This thing in the dark, so I guess they don't want nobody to see.
It looks like it's got legs on it.
Future conditions. Gosh, this is really stinking. It hasn't been like
Actually, I don't need to turn on the
this
light.
is a garage D.
This Insta360 does a good job of filming in low light.
If you were here at that second meeting where we showed the demand capacity, there was quite a bit of need for additional
Okay, I see. So they're talking about they're going to put that loop there.
We split the curves. So you now have a departures curve where mom and dad can drop you off at the ticketing area. And it goes straight from ticketing to security directly through your concourse. There's no more level changes. So you're no longer going through security and having to go up to your gates. All one level, on one single level. Chris probably mentioned there is a moving walkway in that thing, so this area. So you have your ticketing, security, access to your gates.
The main overnight
On the back
apron.
end, you can kind of see these buses.
Oh, I guess in this parking.
And lower level, we're splitting the passenger vehicles with the ground transportation.
All these spots
section.
dedicated for
So what
parking.
that means is that if I'm a passenger coming from my gates, I'm going to take that pedestrian corridor, drop down in the baggage claim, and now I have two decisions. If I'm getting picked up by a bus, a shuttle, or a TNC with your Uber and Lyft, you're going to be going out through one set of doors. If you're going to be picked up by mom and dad, you're going to be picked up by the other door. So all the people in baggage claim, passenger
You gotta look. You know what? I'm sitting here looking in the dark. People over there.
The airplane was really more like incredible.
It's just
for
a
its
year
time.
after that race in the 20s. And they're going to the South Pole in extreme temperatures with 20-year-old technology.
Yeah. I had a friend that actually was too
Yeah.
Did they like it?
Yeah, I really liked it. The cruise to and from
Might be on the map.
It's called the something. Oh, here it is. The Great Pass. It is apparently some of the roughest things.
And what is it connected to?
South America. Oh, so it's like off the east.
Oh, that's an island.
Yeah.
So South America. And Antarctica is at the bottom. Yes. So
Oh man. Oh, this stuff in the dark. Oh, the Charles Lindbergh. Golden Spirit. Of course it's in green. Or did they paint it green? Did they have nerve? They did have nerve enough to put something on this side, and you wouldn't even see it. There's another Dallas Times Herald.
It's more on this. And you know what?
Look at all that fine china. Is that bonus one? I think so. That looks real. Hercules fur. So we got dirt from the moon and dirt from the Antarctica. On all propeller planes, there's also some rocks here. Pictures of what's his name? It's good thing about Indiana Jones. I think this was the point for Indiana Jones. Was it? No, it wasn't. The one on Indiana Jones had that weird looking tail like that. He said, "Nice try, Lao Shi." I think that's this one.
That was the I think it's
What did he say? Maybe next time. It's a nice, yeah, they said nice try.
Greater St. Louis, Long Island went.
So let's think about 20 years from now, not what happened. So where how do we?
So yeah, so there's two ways. There's comment cards that you can literally write on, or there's our website, the Dallas Next, and it'll give you a QR code. And you can do it that way, and then you can write more and do it in and I'm Kristen, by the way.
Okay, Dory. Mimi, correct.
Mimi, nice to meet you. What is Mimi short for?
Howdy.
Hi, how are you? Oh, it's a nickname.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, it's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you
I
too.
really do. I thank you for coming.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it. It's
To be able to see each time has been a little different. And so, Nick, none of this talk about y'all the rental car park.
No, that's correct. And the reason for that is this was just testing our entrance and our curb front. So the rental car over here, the rental car options that we had, the rental car over here.
Give me a warning, there's a sweaty guy behind you, so just
Hey,
don't
how you doing, Layman?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what the guy up front.
Yeah, they went with the word design.
Well, Dory was saying she prefers the other design because it keeps the traffic moving on Mockingbird, and there's more green space that they add in.
They picked the giant concrete loopwood pillars, that it's going to take a long time for them to plant into the ground, and then on top of that, it's going to create all sorts of construction nightmares. And I was like, is that the cheapest plan? Because it looks like the cheapest plan.
Actually, it's not. The plan Dory likes is the cheapest plan. This one's the more expensive.
Yeah, that thing, that looks awesome. Big loop. You think they'd learned their lesson from all the clover leaves that we had in Dallas a long time ago? That's their idea of progress. And have a loop that you can just go around. Non-Dallas drivers going too fast, hitting the embankment. It's going to be a nightmare. And he said they shot down the roundabout idea because they just didn't meet capacity.
Right.
But
And as I mentioned, this will be available on the website. We're going to be probably uploading it. It'll be about 3 weeks because we want to translate it to Spanish as well. And again, this is just meeting activity level 3, and it's really only looking at the land side. At our next meeting, our final meeting, we hope to have a little bit more of a visualization of the actual terminal.
Are they adding a lane?
What that looks like, but this is really
They're adding a lane to
land
Mockingbird.
side, and then we just kind of threw some SketchUp models to kind of make it look better.
What would be your guesstimate?
guess we don't know about a new command or whatever.
I would say probably October timeframe. So if you look at that schedule,
More
there it
lanes.
kind of shows
That's the
when we're
answer.
going to be finishing the financial and the implementation plan, sustainability, environmental, and the airport layout plan. So probably
there's a
we'll be
reason I
ready
take
in that
shortcuts.
September,
So,
October.
and I'm going to continue to
I
take
think that's
shortcuts now that I
what's
see this.
Yeah, I do short press as well.
September,
Yeah,
October.
I don't, Mockingbird is, because it's dangerous now. It used to be just annoying. Now
Do
it's
you
just
guys
flat.
want me
It's
to
just,
kind of walk you through this?
no.
No?
I see the nightmare for what it is.
He's who needs to be interviewed by the lady. That's right.
You can be. So this is, we're splitting the flows of traffic for the curbside. If you guys were at the second public meeting, you saw that there's quite a bit of a capacity need for the existing curbside. So we split the flows to be, the upper level is going to be your departure, so going out to the gates, and the lower level is going to be your arrival, so your baggage claim coming from the gates. So the upper level, again, this is planning activity level 3 conditions, 11.9 million annual payments, 2040 to 2045, your peak period for your departures and arrivals is the combined peak. So here you can see the departures, you get dropped off by mom and dad, you go out through ticketing, go through security, and go straight out to the concourse. There's no longer a level change that's needed from ticketing, security, and to the hold room area and your concessions. There would be moving walkways in that pedestrian bridge. So you can see that's the garage D, garage C, your current garage B, straight through ticketing, security, out to the gates. On this side is the ground transportation center. So for the arrivals level, you have 2 decision points. When you drop down into baggage claim, I can decide to go out to my transportation network companies or my rental car shuttles or my hotel shuttles. I can go out through these doors, or I can go out the other doors and get picked up by mom and dad on the passenger vehicle arrivals level. And then you go back out to. So again, this was to test the land side for your planning activity level 3 conditions. So the land side alternatives, we just needed to make sure that they were going to make it work. All the other things that you see here are just kind of our SketchUp models to see kind of massing. But in our next public meeting, we'll hopefully have some more detailed animations that look into the terminal.
So if you miss your department exit, you got to
Your
go
departures
clean.
exit?
Yeah, you got to go clean around here. Go through the loop again.
No.
Okay.
If you miss your departures exit, there's a road behind that. That's kind of a loop road, and then you enter right here and go back up. So there is a foolproof method, just in case.
If they find it, yeah. Otherwise,
Well,
they're
just the
going
same as today.
Otherwise, they're
Today,
gonna be
if you
going
miss
that
it,
loop.
You have to
Yeah.
go around as well. So it's the same thing. Most airports do have that.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully
they got on that loop though, right? So they'd have to go all the way on this loop.
No.
Okay.
No.
If they-
It's actually right by the terminal. Yeah.
All right.
So this is the condition in 2040, ideally?
Yeah, so this is our 2040 peak period. So your peak arrivals, peak departures, it's really just testing our landside alternatives to make sure that they can function in that future year condition in the worst case scenario in that future. And that's what master plans usually do. They look at your 20, 25 year planning horizon, and make sure that whatever that you're choosing as your alternatives can meet the demand for that 2040 planning or that 20 to 25 year planning horizon. And if there's any other needs for those two boards, let me know. I can jump over there. And
The simulation that somebody was driving bad.
yeah.
There was a guy that made like 3
Yeah,
lane
they-
merges to try to get over. I can already. So if it saw it, then
Yeah. The simulations in Gustavo, who was at your first two boards, he is the gentleman that kind of ran the simulation model. So if you have any other questions about the landside simulation, he's your guy.
no, I was just looking at the guy do the blind merge, and
Yeah.
I can already.
That's probably in there when I used to do terminal simulations. You had people that were confused in the terminal that kind of like mess up things. So it's probably like part of the program. Is there any other questions? Do you have any questions?
Even the program has to try for help. All right.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, that surprised me. Is that where the buses, like dart buses, are gonna go right here?
Yeah, so like this is dart buses, this is your hotel shuttles. So a ground transportation center, if you've seen their airports, sometimes they'll bifurcate the traffic so that the buses aren't really messing up with the passenger vehicles.
Okay.
Loading times are different, wait times are different. So that's kind of your ground transportation center area. So your transportation network companies, your Lyfts and your Ubers, as well as all the buses for your rental cars, your hotels, your dart buses. Say like there's a group coming to the airport, those
Right.
buses as well.
So like disabled and
Yep, disabled and stuff.
and elderly, they have a whole nother loading terminal.
Yeah. And I think that helps too, having it the same level out to the concourse. Not having that need for that level change. I think that's a really big positive thing. Chris probably walked you through all of the refinement styles that we made after that was selected as the preferred alternative. It was really to help operationally, just make it more operationally efficient and help like the passenger flow to and from.
Is the Dart rail itself go to the airport right now?
It doesn't.
Is there a long-term plan for that to happen?
You know what? So right now they have like rubber tire access, so they have a bus that takes you from there. And I seem to recall there was something when it was planned. We did a benchmarking study. The cost just wasn't there. The cost benefit of it, which stinks. But I think that there may be additional opportunities for maybe it's their own lane or something, so it's not with the current traffic. But right now, it doesn't work. We have included them as our stakeholder, so they've been invited to all of our stakeholder meetings. As well as these meetings. Sure. So they are well aware of this, but there has been no solution to connect the rail to the at this point. Not to say that won't happen.
No DRT, no tram, no LRT, maybe bus. Okay. Oh, look at that. The thing coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah, so that's because, I can't remember if it's how I can tell you, but I think like from the garage, you cut this tunnel under and come out. So you wouldn't, you wouldn't have a signalized. You could also go over, but it's so you don't have a signal that is free flowing.
So all of
Or the existing garage?
This is your garage C. This is your garage D. So the exit from that, instead of going to that signal and having to change, there's going to be a lot of people coming from the garages. It would just be like a underpass or an overpass.
But because underground, does it go underneath the existing building?
Oh no, just a
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah. And all of that will be like vetted out through advanced planning. So master plan, we kind of look at it from like this high of a level.
10,000 feet.
Yeah, and then like at every step, advanced planning and then design, everything gets a little bit more refined. This is just making sure you can facilitate the space requirement that's needed.
So I see a lot of hot concrete. Y'all gonna like seen some of this stuff, some
Yeah,
of
you
these
can
services.
see, like, there's a lot of ideas, and again, this hasn't been designed. So through design,
Thank you.
hi.
I waited this long.
Good
Okay,
to
come
see
on.
you. It's so good to see you, Anthony.
see you too.
Yeah, but through design, I think all those things will be vetted out. And this is really remember that this is not the visualization of the actual design. This is a simulation model to test our land side, and we kind of just threw in elements to make it look prettier, but it's not really what it's going to look like. You know, so there's going to be a lot.
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot more concrete, a lot more heat. All right.
Yeah. And there is a sustainability portion of this, so that you're aware. It sounds like you're really concerned about the heat island impact and stuff. So as you can see there, there's a resiliency and sustainability portion of the master plan. So we're working within, you've probably heard of the sustainability management plan that Dallas just implemented. I think Gresham Smith was the consultant that worked on that. I think that's available online. So all of these projects will be taking those considerations into play. There'll be a section of the master plan dedicated to it, looking at the sustainability management plan and what areas of that can be implemented throughout all these projects. And that'll be in your final documentation. That will be and if I didn't say it before, which I can't remember if you guys were here or not, but all this information and the visualization or the simulation model will be available on the website. About 3 weeks, because we want to translate it to Spanish as well. So that's usually been our turnaround.
Just never noticed how much concrete there is.
Remember that this is just
No. I mean talking about that, the like the runway and everything. It's so much concrete.
Yeah, it's an
Lord.
airport.
Yeah, no, it's a solar battery.
Yeah.
Wow.
But great. Well, yeah. How are you, Anthony? And nice to meet you guys. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming. Good. I'm doing good. Good. Yeah. I know. Yeah. We let us name everything.
And so,
Yeah, it is nice to meet you.
and they were like, I think that's why I'm not so worried about it. Yeah. I'm like, I'm taking advantage of this college experience because I know he's just the one.
He might be the one. He might be.
Probably, because we're looking. I think he's gonna try to go to the position or something.
I just noticed the Captain America down there.
You're young, planning to live. Like I have kids,
Colorado, the other one's out in time.
I don't want to deal with her.
No, we would take that webpage
Do they also operate
I mean, you can't imagine.
Have a very roundabout everything. Finance, emergency,
Hey, how's it going?
All right, sir.
Yeah,
See you.
I was hoping to talk to somebody from the city about the over there off the Lemon and Shortcrest. I put in a request to have the phone or something. I put in a request to have the grass cut or the trees cut over there.
Yeah.
And so what it worked was I sent it over to Code. Code sent it over to Parks, and then Parks said, "Hey, that's aviation."
Now, where is it at again? The area?
So
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, so right by 37. It's so all this property is owned by City of Dallas. It says 3,700. That's 3,700 Shorecrest. And
Now, if it's, I think this is us.
This right
So I
here.
know we're doing construction here.
Right. So they said that you guys are the ones that need to cut the trees that are all over there.
Do you have our email?
I don't.
Let me give that to you, so you can send me that in email, and I can forward that to you to the right person.
Yeah, so you can even see it in Google Maps, but that's the area right there, and it's right there by so the Shorecrest over there, and then you go a little bit past that, and then there's no sidewalk, of course, because I guess that's part of the next phase.
Yeah.
And then as you're going across, the sidewalk starts again, and they got the guardrails, and then that's the Bachman Branch, and then over there they've got stuff growing over there over the sidewalk. So I was trying to get that trimmed. And I got the runaround. They just like code, send it over to parks, then send it to aviation.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to find somebody from aviation.
No, that's not my wheelhouse. That's our capital team that would know.
Okay.
But if you can get my email.
Okay. Yeah. So if you got a contact, I'll just.
And it's our environmental email group. That way anybody can see it. So that way we can get that in the right hands. At least get a question answered for you.
All right. What your email address?
Yeah. So it's just AVI, and then environmental, and then at dallas.gov. And then, like I said, just send an email, kind of like the location, the area, like you're talking about.
I'll give you the ticket number too.
Yeah, no, please. And then that way I can from my team, or me, or at least somebody from my team, we reach out to them and see if they're even aware of it. Did it even make it across?
Yeah, because they said, we're going to send it AVI environmental at dallas.gov.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And just like in the email, just so somebody else in my team does it, because it's my team, just put in there, hey, I talked with Isaac.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So I know.
Okay.
I don't want them flagging your email as spam or anything.
I got filters. So yeah, I came down here because I thought they were going to talk more about the walk path thing over here.
No.
This is just airplane.
Yeah.
But it gave me an excuse to use my 360 camera to take a picture of the flight museum.
I'm thinking about getting one of those too myself.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I want to get the ones that I can clip on. Like I play like pickleball and I ride my bike a lot. Something that can clip on, the one that you can simply just click onto your hat.
Yes. So they make one like it's.
You got it here?
Maybe I got to see it.
They got one where you got the little box and then it hooks into the remote and comes up like that. I just can't remember the model number of this. This one right here is the X5.
Yeah. I know they make different pictures.
Yeah.
But the one is smaller, and like I said, so you can put it in the main device, or you can like kind of take the camera out.
Right.
You can it has a magnet or something, and you just clip it to things.
Right.
That's what I like. That's kind of convenient.
You're gonna hate rendering though. Like this video I'm gonna do here, it's probably gonna take at least 8 or 12 hours. So, it's just something to think about. So they say you can do it on your phone. I wouldn't try it unless you got like something just like a gaming phone or something like that. But I went out and bought this thing that was an all-in-one. It has like a video card all built around it. And so I just plug it in there and then go do something else and let that just render all night. So, but you might have fun with it.
I think I will. Yeah. I'm a tech kind of guy.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your time.
Well, yeah, no, thank you. Please, like I said, send me that email.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I said, I can at least start asking around what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'll get the pictures from this, and then I'll send you the ticket number that I sent over to them, because like I said, it got bounced 2 or 3 times. I wanted somebody, they said aviation, I said, hey, I'm going to this thing.
Yeah, no,
maybe somebody from aviation.
No, let me know. Yeah,
okay.
I got you.
But environmental, y'all don't.
Not that side, no.
But still, you'll get.
But I know, we know everyone, so I can at least ask around.
Okay, all right, appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
I had a friend that said he had a slip on a.
Not my wheelhouse, like he said.
You never know that. You're right.
I know that. I tell you what, I got the digital, so.
Okay.
I'm not that advanced.
Bigger. No, it's business as usual. You didn't make your case. No, I wasn't gonna try. She said it's an airport.
sorry, do you have a ticket?
Huh?
How you doing?
Hey! Hey, Deets.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Oh, man. So, yeah, sorry. It's just kind of disappointing going up there. It's just business as usual with these guys. So.
Yeah, well, the one thing that I did get established is there's only 20 gates, nothing else but 20 gates. And I said, if you show that model right there to somebody, how are they going to know that there's not going to be gates added in those spaces that you left blank because you didn't put a little airplane footprint? So see, I saw the way it can be added to, but when you expand everything the way they want to, then those spaces close up. You know, they put those 4 gates over there on where the old, right now where the baggage claim is, where you can go out there on that far
by the way,
west
let me know
side.
if you want me to edit you. I don't know if I can edit you out of a 360 video.
No, yeah, we've been through this before. I'm not going to say it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I found it productive. I can understand the front-running concept, okay? Because I've been through airports designed like that before, and it works well.
Yeah.
The departure people are on one level going one direction, and the arriving people are on another level going a different direction, and you've got full flow for both of them.
Okay, but I looked at that simulation, and you could even see in the simulation the cars trying to merge into stuff, and it was about to cause accidents. And I could already see there's going to be a lot of trading paint.
I made some comments to some people about what I saw with that. Okay.
But it's just more concrete, and it's big pillars, and that usually means more money.
Well,
and that means a lot of engineering.
but see, at the end of the day, you still have the same footprint. You don't have any more feet anywhere to add and put traffic in. You just are putting it in a different place. Herb Kelleher or someplace else, it's in the same number of feet around the airport, and that's the challenge.
But did you see Mockingbird? It looks like they're going to widen it out to 8 lanes.
Well, I saw what was on that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So then they got the dealerships. They got to make a deal with them on that.
They still got another. We'll get another one of these.
Okay. But they're whittling it down to what they want, or what they can pay for, or I don't know.
the one in the blue box. This is the preferred one. So far, there's a front runner, and it's the one I just described.
Yeah.
But then all those variables have to take place, because next time you see all those roads and you go, so you're widening that road? And it's an easy question.
Yeah.
And you get, well, then you wait for the answer.
But yeah, it looks like business as usual to me. There's a lot of, and I just didn't realize, like you said, I didn't realize how much concrete goes into an airport. That is insane, and it's just more concrete. So, and then there was like no plan. It looks like transit was like buses or rail wasn't even a consideration in any of this. It's like, look, we just need to make it to where it's better for the cars.
To my understanding, back when years and years and years ago, DART was supposed to service the airport. No one, I believe, defined service. Some people in their minds, I believe, said DART's going to come to the airport, but DART services the airport by stopping 3 miles away and catching a bus, or going to Southwest and crawling under the fence.
Right.
So it's semantics that didn't end up bringing DART here, and I don't know why they didn't just do, we're going to put a joggle in this and we're going to solve huge volume issues in the future.
And
I don't know. I've never heard anybody address that link right there.
Well, talking to the fellow that was talking about all the different entrance ways.
Yeah.
He made it sound like he was basically sounding non-committal on it, and he was saying that in DC they tried something like this and it didn't work out in DC. But I was like, I don't have all the details of why it didn't work out in DC. You know, what was the frequency schedule? You know, how did they advertise it? You know, there's so many other different questions that they should have had. They might have just built the thing and just said, people will figure it out. And no, people won't figure it out. So
see, that's what I look to do, is I look at plans and proposals and see where the weaknesses are, and wave my hand and go, I see a weakness right there.
Yeah.
And I stated my weakness to several people, this, and to the consultants as well as the left field people. Here is a weakness. In my opinion, if it's not addressed, you're going to go through a tremendous amount of effort, spend a lot of money, and you're still going to have the same problem. And that's something you just don't do.
Right.
You know.
I mean, that loop, like I said, I can already see that the way they built that thing is all wide and out, and people are just going to love being speed demon.
Looks good, doesn't
Speed
it?
demon. I was like, this is a NASCAR track. I was like,
Yeah.
you guys just built a NASCAR.
It's just not to scale. That's all.
Yeah, and I was just like, I could just see the people in Dallas, because people die in Dallas just drive crazy, and I can already see accidents. That nice white wall that they're going to have on there is going to get nice and scuffed up with all different types of paint schemes.
Well, and then the one thing is, what is the percentage of Mockingbird through traffic on a daily basis that does not go to the airport? Because if the volume's going to go up in the airport, I'm going to predict that the day-to-day traffic on Mockingbird will go up also. So that load is going to increase.
Right. It's already like that. That's what I was telling the reporter from Kennedy's Dirt. It was like, I don't even go down Mockingbird anymore. I just take Shorecrest, because even though it's a long roundabout way and it doesn't have as many lanes, it's dangerous on Mockingbird right now. People are going left, and they're going across traffic. And then you get that one part where they're trying to go into the airport, and they block up that entire lane. And then you got people trying to go on Airdrome and trying to connect with that, and that's a near miss every time they go through there. And then all of a sudden you got the emergency vehicles that have to go through there because they got a fire station over there. And it's just, yeah, it's badly designed, and I don't know how this is going to make it any much better. So.
Well, on that end, I don't think it'll change.
Yeah, it's just like induced demand. They don't quite understand is you add lanes, it just adds more traffic.
The good part is it's still being stirred, it's still being evaluated, they're still picking up comments, and the consultants are going to respond in some way.
Yeah.
We heard this many people say this. We heard this many people say this. What say you?
Yeah.
You're my customer. What say you? Your customer is saying this.
And that was the other thing, is I was kind of bringing up. The only thing I would do is that as a customer is I have an elderly parent that sometimes likes to fly. I haven't flown in over 30 years, so for me this doesn't really matter. But to her, it was like I was dropping them off one time, and I remember trying to get to all those, the arrivals gates and the thing, and it's just a mess trying to get around. Everybody's getting around everybody else. And then I looked at this and I was like, what's to stop somebody from trying to cut over 4 lanes, or they missed their exit, and she said, oh, there's just a little loop they can go back. I was like, they're probably not going to find that little loop. They're going to go all the way around that concrete loop and just create more of a problem. And they said, this place is so confusing, I can't understand.
Oh, there'll be a learning curve, for sure.
So,
for sure will. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's interesting, given enough real estate that will flow. And I'm talking about length of street for it to flow together and not all end up piled up.
Yeah, I think that they're starting to learn to go vertical with their space, and they had one part where they were talking about you go out of the parking garage and they've got a tunnel that goes through there. I don't know if you saw the tunnel part.
Yeah.
So they got one of that, and I was like, we'll see how that goes. That's a lot of engineering too.
Well, digging's expensive.
Here, especially because we got that. I mean, the clay and the limestone.
I think you get the water pretty quick too. Somebody made the comment, it's not that far to water.
That makes sense because this used to all be swampland.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you got Bachman Lake over there. That was all swampland. So they're gonna have a lot of fun. The engineers are gonna have a lot of fun. And
well, it can be engineered. It's just when it's all engineered, does it work? That's the trick. Does it work, or do you still have the same thing you were trying to get away from before you did all the effort?
And that's why I said business as usual. This looks like more concrete, so how is more concrete going to solve the problem instead of just getting rid of cars?
Only if it's put in, only if it's done smartly. And to me, smart is to recognize the shortcomings before you ever turn the first spade of dirt.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is Dallas is just like, we'll just throw more. It's like let's just make more lanes. Let's just make it more complicated. And it's like, how about we just eliminate cars? How about we give somebody an alternative? How about we kind of change the structure of the way? Because they were talking about the peak traffic. They're building all of this for like 8 o'clock at night. And that's a whole nother issue. Is that this airport? I've been putting in a lot of noise complaints, and it's just like I've had them up until like 1:30 in the morning taking off planes and landing. And I was like, man, I thought they were supposed to cut off at 11. And they're just like, well, that's more of a voluntary thing. And you got to understand that we run 24/7 for emergencies. Like, this wasn't an emergency. This some rich kid wanted to get out of the thing on a red eye.
To my understanding of the law, the only airline is supposed to cease flying between 11 at night and 6 in the morning is Southwest Airlines. That's it.
And and it's not them. It's like JSX.
All the general aviation can come in and go out of here 24/7. There is no restriction on them.
So that's the bad side of a grandfather clause, is that they made the agreement with Southwest, but they didn't make the agreement with these other.
Well, yeah, but see, general aviation always was going to have a free rein. It does everywhere. Yeah. And that's the challenge, because you got what's the name of the private jet manufacturing outfit?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
JSX?
No, they build planes.
Oh, Bombardier. I saw them.
There's another one. I can't think. A big private jet. They build 750s here. There's a lot of that air traffic here, and those guys are delivering planes.
So it's a commercial air. At that point, it's a commercial airport.
I'll think of their name. The basic plane is built in Savannah, and they bring it over here, and the interior and everything is finished out and delivered to the customer.
But, I mean, it's not like Boeing or
no.
Or what's it's
No.
Lear, not Lockheed, not.
Oh gosh.
Is it an American company?
Yes.
I guess I don't think there's any American company.
Gulfstream.
Oh yeah. And did you see that new? I guess they got a new hangar. It says Atlantic. Yeah, so there. You go down Shorecrest, you can see them there, and it says Atlantic, and then you go around the other part, and it says Atlantic in big letters. It was where they used to keep the Coyotes, the Phoenix Coyotes, like team planes and stuff like that. And then on top of that, if you go toward Lemon and you're going toward Shorecrest, you can see they're building a brand new hangar over there too. So they're getting with it. They're getting big.
Well, a lot of that's private land.
Yeah.
It's not owned by the city.
Yeah. But I got a chance to test out that new walk path too over there off of Shorecrest. It's kind of nice. Nothing that kind of guards you from anybody going out of the thing, but I mean, you know, like coming down there too fast down Shorecrest. You get you take what you can get. That's why I was talking to the environmental guy, and I was saying, hey, can they do something about? I sent a ticket to the city, and I said, hey, can y'all do some trims of this stuff over here off of Shorecrest and Lemon? And so code enforcement sends it over to Parks, and Parks says, oh, that's not us. That's aviation owns all that now. And I was like, they keep passing the buck, so now I got to talk to somebody from aviation.
That's the challenge.
Yeah.
Who really has the responsibility?
Yeah.
That's what you got to pass the buck, throw the football.
And that's
a lot of that.
And I don't know if you've seen the new exit sign over there off of where it says Northwest Highway. Over there by it's where the Bachman branch is. They got the thing that says, you know, it's exit Northwest Highway. We got knocked out years ago, and that was a challenge trying to get them to just put up a damn sign. I was like, because it was a battle between TxDOT and Dallas Dot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, come on, guys. I was like, just fix it so that people don't have accidents. And we had to go all the way up to a state senator, and then the next thing you know, they said, okay. Yeah, we're going to talk to them about that, and then it got done in like a couple of days. But it has taken me 6 months of trying to contact the city, trying to contact the state, trying to contact the city, trying to contact the state.
Yeah.
So
some things shouldn't be that complicated.
Yeah.
But hey, you involve two people, you got complications.
This is
all right, my man.
All right.
I got to get back to the house.
Yeah, I got a
My
long
wife
walk.
probably wonders where in the world I am. I was only going to come up here for a half hour.
Yeah, my mother's the same way. So I got to get home dark, and then I'm going to go to get some footage of the George Coker, because it's really nice. I actually like that. I don't know if you've seen it before, the observation deck. You've never seen it? Oh man! So you go down George Coker and you keep going, and they're building this concrete structure, and it's all part of the walk path. And you go in there and you can actually watch the planes land and take off and taxi off. I mean, everything's this runway. It's beautiful. And then they got the little plants that they're putting up there, and I mean, you can see everything.
Is that a good hangout for homeless? Isn't that what we were talking about at the last?
No, so that's the one on Airdrome. That's that's that triangle that they're wasting everybody's time and money with, that nobody can walk to, that you're just driving by and say, oh, doesn't that look neat? And then, you know, you can start to sleep because you're going
so
to
this is another alternative. This is a foul weather alternative.
Pretty much. I mean, it is what it is. It's a giant you're supposed to drive in there, and I guess they have security and stuff, and it's for people that are going in the airport doing things, but at the same time they put an observational deck, and then they got a sign up there showing what it's going to look like when it's finally all finished, and they're still working on it. But I got some 360 footage, and I was like, this is pretty neat, because it's a good place to watch the sunset.
Yeah.
Like, you're looking at it, you see everything, you see the horizon, because it's an airport, and the planes have to be able to see everything. So it's an unexpected bonus from something bad.
I hear you say more concrete.
More concrete, yeah. That's the answer to everything, more concrete. We're going to pave the world.
More concrete.
Yep.
I love it. No, just as long as you see the weaknesses and you address them before you turn the first spade of dirt. That to me has always been the goal in my business life. I want to start a project knowing that I have a failure point.
Well, see, you're practical. What I'm saying is I deal with ego. So that's what I'm worried about, is that you go saying this to somebody and then the engineer's like, no, I already got my mind made up, and the city's already got its mind made up.
And see, all my experiences out there in the business world, the money, there was goals.
And that's the other thing.
You have financial responsibility to make sure that it didn't happen.
Yeah, but then, like I said, somebody's brother-in-law's like, hey, I need, my concrete company's not doing so great. And there's all that stuff going. And Dallas, it has a mob history, so.
More concrete.
More concrete. Yeah, that's where we bury the people. That's where we put the cars. More concrete.
Good to see you again, man.
You too, dudes.